Joining me now is Alistair Still. He is the CEO of Gold Mining Inc. How are you, sir?
Very good. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, good to see you again. We saw each other at VRIC about, let's call it 8 months ago or so. But it'd be nice to get an update, number one, but also let's remind everybody about what I think is quite a unique story. A lot of moving parts. You've got the diversified portfolio, gold and copper projects, 5 countries in the Americas. You also have stakes in U.S. gold mining, gold royalty, and Nev Gold. So can you sort of give us a snapshot of the strategy there?
Yeah, and I think you're right. That's what really differentiates us. I mean, you have a lot of companies which are single asset focused companies, and then you can have developers and producers. But where we're a little different is we have 2 strong pillars for the company. One, cash and equity holdings, publicly traded securities, which is significant value. And the other side of the equation, we have a sizable resource portfolio, all in the Americas, gold focused, over 12 million ounces measured indicated gold equivalent, and almost over 9 million ounces inferred gold equivalent ounces. So those 2 pillars really provide a platform for growth. And we've just started to see the sort of the tip of the iceberg movement in this sector. Having leverage to gold is great. Having leverage to gold when you have gold equities as well is an added bonus, is what our company brings.
For sure. And so there's been a lot of developments since we last talked. One of them, an updated mineral resource estimate at São Jorge, is that how you pronounce it?
São Jorge.
São Jorge, okay, in Brazil. And you also started a drilling program there in May. So you're looking to expand the resource?
Exactly. We have a big portfolio, so we have to be mindful of staying focused on key assets. And certainly São Jorge is one of those assets. We see it as a cornerstone asset within our portfolio. We've launched a program this year, which is the largest in the history of our company. We're building an asset out in a region that has had great success. With G Mining have brought on Tocantinzinho, a 200,000 ounce a year producer in the same district. We've got a great deposit fueled by strong infrastructure. We're right beside a paved highway, got power lines in place. And with this year's drill program, not only are we going to add confidence to that resource, we're also looking to grow the resource on a sizable regional land package. So it's an interesting combo of a solid resource, growth ahead of it, and infrastructure. Really makes for a winning combination there.
And then further afield in Nunavut, first exploration of the Yellowknife Gold project. And there's a past producing mine there, Discovery Mine, correct? What are the plans
exactly.
there?
We're just on the Northwest Territories side of things at Yellowknife.
Okay.
So we're not quite as far up as Nunavut, but you're right. We have a strong resource there right now. And it's a solid resource that's mainly indicated, which has a grade over 2 grams per ton. An inferred component also 2 grams per ton. So a 2 gram per ton open pit resource. But the kicker for us there is that we also have a past producer on the property, not where we have the resource. This past producer, the Discovery Mine, produced over 1 million ounces of gold at a grade of over 1 ounce per ton. And if I think back to some recent very meaningful discoveries in Canada in the last several decades, at Red Lake, Kirkland Lake, Osisko at Windfall Lake, these are past high-grade underground mines that saw a new lease of life with modern exploration, finding very meaningful exploration discoveries. We could be on the tip of something very exciting there at our Yellowknife project, which is in addition to the existing high-grade open pittable resource.
Now, I mentioned moving parts. Here's another moving part. You identified antimony at the Crisero mine, or project rather, in Peru, and you got drilling approval for is it the REA or the RIA?
RIA project.
RIA uranium project. That's in the basin in Athabasca. So maybe a couple of brief updates there.
Yeah, and I think those type of projects really show the strength and depth of our portfolio. First of all, Crucero in southern Peru, and I've just come back from that project within the last 2 weeks. I'm on site to have a new update with the team, and a solid resource there right now. An indicated resource of just over 1 million ounces, 1 gram per ton, and an inferred resource of about 1 gram per ton as well, 1 million ounces. So a sizable resource, gold focused. What we've identified with the rising price of antimony, this project contains significant antimony. We're seeing new gold equivalent grades that we're reporting in the drill results. And this is by harvesting existing data. Antimony has risen so much recently that it wasn't even looked at in the past. So we're now compiling new models, putting added value onto the property that the antimony brings as a bonus. And in doing so, it's attracting a lot of attention by third parties who are looking not only for a good solid gold project, but one which has a nice bonus or kicker of antimony, which in itself is a new piece to our puzzle to show that the depth of the portfolio antimony, just like the REA project you mentioned. This is actually a uranium project. And few people even know we have this project. It's a 125,000 hectare project, Alberta side of the Athabasca Basin, which The Athabasca Basin hosts the highest grade uranium deposits on the planet, so it's very fertile hunting ground. Few people know we have it. We've gone out this year and created a brand new technical report on the project. We've obtained drill permits, ready to drill. So we have a permitted, ready to drill project in some of the best jurisdiction on the planet in Canada. Probably one, though, I see as a catalyst, probably a more focused uranium company would be better suited to move this forward. But we're just positioning it to try and unlock the best value for our shareholders.
Right. Now, lastly, Alistair, you've said before that you think that the market sort of underappreciates this diversified portfolio. Is it starting to understand it better now? I mean, this is part of the reason why you're here, getting the word out, right?
I think so. And I think what we've seen is we've started to see a movement in the equities as the price of gold has moved. Since the Jackson Hole Fed meeting in August, the GDXJ as a general index has moved 15.5%. So that's a significant move in just a few short weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Our company in that same time period has moved over 50%. So we're showing that leverage the price of gold, it's gaining momentum. And what we're seeing is that some companies which did better earlier in the cycle have slowed down a little bit. And the new money that's coming into the space is looking for opportunities for companies who have not yet appreciated as much as others. Those are perhaps the growth, the next stage of growth vehicles that people are starting to come to. And as a generalist view as well, what we're seeing is that there was a lot of outflow from the sector over the last several years. We're finally seeing inflow of generalists coming back into the space in general. That's good for the whole industry. And that's coming about by the big producers, the Barricks, the Newmonts, the Agnicos, the Kinrosses. These guys are starting to knock it out of the park in terms of earnings and what you'd expect with the strong metal price. That's bringing new investors back into the sector, which is great for our industry.
So that money is finally starting to trickle down to the juniors after all these years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People are looking for the next big win in their portfolio, and there's a whole slew of projects that they can evaluate and look at, and ones with diversity, leverage the gold price, and lots of upside potential that checks a lot of boxes.
All right, great update. Thanks, Alistair.
Thanks for having me here today.
Okay, Alistair Still, CEO of Gold Mining Inc.